Box. All right. So welcome to the Six Figure Ads Manager. We are going to talk about how to either start or create or grow your business as a six-figure ads manager. So we have got, if you're here today, chances are you probably fall into one of these categories. Also, we're going to have tons of time for Q&A at the end. So if y'all have questions as we go through this, like I said, we're going to be covering a lot. Type this in the chat box. You can also use the Q&A box. I've got them both pulled up. So I will, I'll be keeping an eye on those and we will get to all of your questions at the end. So we'll definitely have plenty of time for Q&A. It's also totally fine if you just want to kick back and watch. So chances are you're on this webinar, and if you want to share in the comments, you can, you don't have to, but either you're probably one, two, or three of these. You're thinking about starting your own business as an ads manager. You're just curious, what is this about? What does this look like? Maybe you're getting started and you're just kind of like, okay, this is cool, but like, how do I price my offers? How am I getting clients? Or maybe you already have a business and you're ready to take it to the next level. If you fall in any of these categories, you are in the right place. Here is what we're going to be covering today. So we're going to talk about the 4 must-haves that you need to launch your business. It's actually not going to be a lot. One of the reasons this is my favorite business, and this is my second business. I've been doing this for 9 years now. My first business was a retail business, a lot of overhead, very expensive to run. This business, you can start with just a few things, and you don't need to make a big investment to do it, right? The 3 biggest mistakes I made when I started my business and how I turned it around to make 25K a month as a freelancer. This was when I was just working on my own before I had a team and an agency. We're going to go through and create your low stress, low barrier starter offer that you can use to book clients, even if you're new. This is one of my favorite types of offers. It's really easy. And we're going to walk through step by step how to create that. Then we're going to dig into agency secrets for creating recurring revenue in your business. So we're going to talk about things like monthly retainers and how to create monthly recurring revenue. And then I'm going to show you, because it's really cool to like put all these like packaging and pricing together, but then you've actually got to have people to buy it. So then we're going to walk through, the last thing is going to be my 7-figure marketing funnel that I have used for the last almost 9 years to stay booked out and grew a 7-figure agency. So if we haven't met yet, I'm Amy. I'm the founder of Social Lab Marketing. I'm not going to tell you my whole life story, but here's what I will tell you. When I started this business, I really saw the potential of Facebook ads. So this was almost 9 years ago, 9 years in August, right? That I saw the potential. I knew that there were a lot of businesses out there that needed Facebook ads. I just had to figure out like how to actually get those clients. So what happened? I quit my job and I spent 6 months with no clients. I could not figure out how to get a client. I was blogging. I built a website. I paid for a website. Like no one saw these blog posts. No one saw my website. I like wasn't getting any clients. I turned it around. We're going to talk about how I did that. I started charging $600 a month. That's what my first client. I charged them $600 a month. And then it took me a year to even get to 10K a month. So I'm not one of these people that like started a business and then like magically created a 7-figure business overnight. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of me like doing things the wrong way and figuring things out. Until I got to a place where things started to work. So how's it going now? So now I was able to scale my business to 250K a year as a freelancer. And then I scaled to a 7-figure agency. My husband left his job to come work with me full time. We have a team. Best part is though, we're not like working crazy hours. I think a lot of times when people hear agency, they're thinking that you're tied to your laptop, to your computer. And that's not the case. So we work about 25 hours a week. We get to take time off. We get to travel. We just got back from a year in Mexico. We just spent the last year in Mexico with our son and it was amazing. So basically now we have a business that gives us all that money and free time to do the things that we love. And it's not just me. So this conversation popped up in our ads manager school community. And I wanted to share this because I thought it was so powerful. And I was just like so happy and so excited when I saw all these posts because this business is not just about a business or six-figure business. It's about all of the other amazing things that come with it. So someone in our group posted, has anyone in here besides Amy retired their husband by doing this? This is my ultimate goal and I'd love some encouragement. Started the course, we had our fourth baby and I need to get back. So this was the response. My husband could stay home if he wanted to. I've brought it up several times, but he likes to work, but we're going on vacation in a week in a large cabin in the mountains. Our kids and their boyfriends are coming, all paid for by ads management. Mine's retired, injured in the line of duty, but my business has changed our lives from owning our dream vehicles, remodeling our home, vacations, and now we're in the process of buying a second home, which is amazing. Another one, yep, my husband retired once, thanks to my biz, only went back to work when I went to grad school. We're closing in on him being able to retire again. I'm the breadwinner and our goal is to pay off our mortgage before he retires, which is also amazing. I could if he wanted to, but he likes to build stuff. But he was able to leave his corporate SVP job to go play with tools instead, which was a dream come true. Another, my husband left his job last month. We're moving next week. It's been such a gift. And now he gets to start his own dream business. And then this last one literally changed my life. I started this because my mother has Alzheimer's and I knew I wouldn't be able to work a regular 9 to 5 because I care for her. It's been amazing. And I've never made this much money in my life doing something that I love and helping small business owners. So one of the reasons why I wanted to start this business was that I knew that if I didn't want to be stuck at a job working a 9 to 5, I did that. I wanted to have time to spend with my family, to do things, do all the fun things. And that is literally what this business has given me. So yes, I'm a big fan of ads management, but it's because of all of the other cool stuff that comes from it. So why an ads manager? So premium rates and a scalable recurring revenue. This is one of the really cool things about being an ads manager that we get to do a little bit differently than other types of agencies that work on retainer rates. We're going to talk about what that scalable part means. There's high demand. Probably now more than ever, especially after all these iOS updates and changes, more people need help with Facebook ads because it's just so much has changed. There's a lot of confusion around it. And there's just a lot of businesses out there that need help. It's easy to learn. Yes, I promise it actually is. Part of this is going to be what we talk about today and how to actually make it a little bit easier. And the bonus is you don't have to do dancing videos. You don't have to post on social media and you don't have to cold DM anyone. So those aren't any of the marketing strategies that we teach, but we will see how we do it a little bit differently. The other thing is that you probably already have a lot of skills that will actually make you a great ads manager already. If you've had experience in social media or project management or really any kind of marketing, or even if you've owned another business, you've got some skills that are going to apply to being an ads manager that are going to make you a great ads manager. You can do it from anywhere in the world. So I'm not sure where everyone here is from. I'm in the US. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina right now, but we work with clients all over the world, and wherever you are in the world, you can also do this. So it works anywhere. Or if you are also a VA or a social media manager or OBM or anything like that, and you want to add this on as a service, you can absolutely do that. Now, I was saying before that there's high demand for ads management. And here's just I just pulled a couple quick numbers for y'all so you can see. I can't even remember how many billions of users on Facebook, but there's 90 million businesses that are actively using Facebook to market their business, 90 million businesses. And this number could be even bigger now. It's massive, right? E-com, just the e-com industry is a $5 trillion a year business. We know that Facebook ads is huge for e-com businesses, and the coaching industry, digital course creators, that's a $20 billion a year industry. That was from last year, and it's just expected to grow. So we've got a lot of businesses that need to get their products, their courses, their programs in front of people, and Facebook ads is the easiest and the fastest way to do that. Now, here's the thing, and I'm 100% guilty of all of these things. Most ads managers, especially when we're starting out, we may not feel confident in our experience, so we undercharge, right? Which I've done. I started charging $600 a month, which was not enough. And you end up working with way too many clients, and then you end up burned out, and that's just not a good way to live, right? Or to be or run a business. You feel like you have to work for free or lower your rates. If you're thinking about an ads manager and you're thinking, well, I don't have any experience, so I need to work for free, I'm going to show you what you're going to do differently instead. And then we've got to learn how to attract and market the right types of clients. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how you can get paid well to run ads for clients and create a life that you love. So in the email that you got your six-figure roadmap. So if you want to pull that up or have that out, if you don't have it or if you can't find it, that's fine. We're going to walk through it so you can still just like take some notes. That'll work too, but it should be in the last couple of emails that you got in your inbox. So the 4 must-haves for getting started. Let's break down what you actually need to have in place to start growing a business as an ads manager. So the basics. If you literally have a computer, Wi-Fi, and a Facebook account, you can start running ads for clients. Those are really the only things that you need. You don't have to have a fancy website. You don't need anything else. You could start running an ad tomorrow if someone hires you, right? But we don't want to just be any ads manager. We want to be six-figure ads managers. So here are the other 4 must-haves that you need to have in your business. 1, we need to pick a high-paying niche. We need to have a simple and scalable offer. What we don't want to do is we're creating different and custom offers for every client that comes to us. We want to have 1 or 2 main offers, and that's it. A system for getting clients on repeat, and then a system for getting results. So this is actually how to run Facebook ads for your clients. What we want to avoid is taking on any and every client, because this is going to keep you from really creating a business that gives you that time and freedom and the ability to charge more. So when you're taking any and every client and you're working with like a restaurant here or a course creator there or an e-com business there, those are completely different strategies. So what you're having to do is you're having to recreate and create different strategies and research, and it's just like way too time consuming. When you have a niche, a high paying niche, 1, it's going to be easier for clients to find you because they want to work with someone that has experience with similar offers and products, right? Even if it's not ad experience. My first client hired me, not because I had a lot of experience as an ads manager, because I didn't. She hired me because I had previously owned a retail business. And so we had that experience. I had a lot of experience in retail. I knew all about the profit margins, marketing, like those types of businesses. So she hired me because of that other experience, not necessarily my ad experience. So you probably have a lot of experience too in maybe certain niches that you were also bringing to the table. And this is another reason why picking a niche is going to make it easier for you to grow your business. You're going to become that expert and you're going to become the go-to person for work. Another niche that we work with a lot of course creators. That's probably our main niche. And then we also do e-com. But even within the course creating world, we have kind of become the experts for therapists that sell digital programs or courses to other therapists. We started with 1 client in that niche, and now we get, anytime a therapist is like, hey, I'm going to launch a coaching program, they usually come to us. So like our agency roster of clients, we have a lot of therapists selling courses to therapists because we became an expert in that niche. And then this also is going to allow you to charge more because of the results that you get. So it's just going to make your business a lot easier. You're going to be able to create a simple, scalable offer based on what your high ticket clients want, which means higher rates. You're going to have a clear system and process for getting them results that you can repeat. So it's going to be testimonials, and you won't have to work as much because you won't be creating your offer or strategy from scratch every time you bring on a client. So this is what's going to give you that free time. And now there's tons of niches out there that you can work with. And this is just a couple that I pulled together. So we've got the whole digital course creator world, and we've got coaches and consultants, and we've got e-com, which is just a massive industry. And even within e-com, you've got health and wellness, you've got beauty, you've got like eco-friendly products, you've got high fashion, you've got fast fashion. There's so many different kids, right? Like kids toys, kids clothing. There's all kinds of, even within e-com, it's just such a massive industry that there's so many types of businesses you can work with. And then we've got real estate, dentists, attorneys, restaurants, boutiques, mortgage brokers, insurance agents, health and beauty, fashion, SaaS, that's software as a service, local businesses, gyms, spas, anyone, right? Most businesses need leads and they need sales. And that's why Facebook ads is going to be a good fit for them. So if you have experience in any of these niches, that might be a good place for you to start your business, because all of that experience, even if it's not ad experience, is going to set you apart. And that is why clients are going to hire you, because I can teach you how to run the ads. You can learn how to run the ads. It's the strategy that is what is going to get you paid. So your first success strategy, the first thing that I want you to spend some time thinking on, and you don't have to decide right now. It's also okay if you're kind of bouncing back and forth with a couple of ideas, but I want you to start thinking about, what do you want like your day to look like? What do you want this business to look like? And what are the types of businesses that you want to work with? And it's also okay if you don't have experience in that industry. Maybe you just like, there are certain businesses that you really are interested in working with, and that's who you want to work with, right? So you don't even need to have that experience, but who are those businesses that you want to work with? And what would it look like to work with your dream clients? Yes, there's always a replay. The replay will go out after. So again, if you need to come back and revisit this or kind of think through some of these things, you're going to get the link to the replay so you can come back and revisit these pieces. Let's dive into your get paid mini offer. So once we have an idea of who we want to work with, then we get to decide, then we get to start creating our offers. But here's what I have found. The problem, you can't get, sure, let me see. Let's change that. Sorry about that. How's that? Better? All right. Let me just get this reworked here. I don't miss any questions. All right. Does that look bigger for you now? Better? Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I thought we were just showing one. That's the joy of doing live webinars. So the problem is you can't get clients because you don't have experience, and you don't have experience because you can't get clients. So it's this catch-22 of trying to figure out, how am I actually going to get clients and who is going to pay me? So the answer, you need a get paid mini offer. I love these offers. These have really been a foundational piece of my business, and it's actually still something that we offer in our agency. So here's what it is. Your 30-day intro offer is going to focus on one simple goal. So the problem is most people want to jump straight into retainer. I'm going to put a retainer package together and it's going to be 6 months, and that's great. We're going to work on that too. But when you're new, that may feel overwhelming. People may be nervous to invest in working with you because it's new and you don't necessarily have the experience and the testimonials to back it up. So what we can do instead is create our 30-day intro offer that focuses on one simple goal. And what this is going to look like is, we're not running all of their ads for 30 days. We're going to pick one campaign that is going to be, that's going to get them a quick win. So it's going to be a lower rate than your retainer. We're not charging nothing for this, right? We're still going to charge for this, but we want it to be an easy yes, an easy investment for your clients. It's easy for you to set up. So it's also not going to be a huge time commitment. So when you're a new ads manager, this is going to be really easy for you to set up and manage and not feel so like overwhelming. You're going to get experience, confidence, and the momentum. And then hopefully after this, your clients will continue to work with you, right? And they'll stay with you long term. And clients love it because one, they may just want to test out if ads are a good fit for them or for their business. It's also a good opportunity for them to see what it's like to work with you one-on-one before they invest in a big package. It's going to be a lower price point, right, than your retainer rate. So again, this is like an easy yes, no-brainer offer. And then they're going to get a quick win. So they're going to be more likely to continue with you because they're going to see what ads can actually do for their business. And then hopefully they'll move into a retainer client. Now, the biggest thing about this, like I said, is that we're going to focus on one key strategy. So example, building their list. And I'm going to show you what this will actually look like in our business. Easy to manage campaign for you to launch and manage and get experience. Again, not a huge time commitment, and it's a limited time. So there's no like scope creep or like overwhelming campaigns or where you're like working with a client for weeks and weeks after the end date. So an example of ours is we have a build your list in 30 days. And this, like I said, is an offer that I have used for years in my business. It was one of the things that helped me get those first few clients, but we would pull this offer out regularly as an opportunity to bring in new clients that maybe were a little bit nervous to invest in ads. And so this gave them that chance to work with us on a smaller scale, but they got to see what we could do for them. So the way that we do this, and this again is a build your list in 30 days. This is created for course creators, but this type of offer, you could create something similar for any type of business. So build your list in 30 days, test 2 opt-in offers. So if they've got like 2 freebies, we're going to split test those 2 freebies. We are going to put together 3 targeting groups for them. We will have 2 versions of copy, 2 images, and then we're going to set up those campaigns and we're going to do the split testing to see what works. And then what happens is at the end of this 30 days, they should have a clear offer that is working best. And so we should be able to tell them, this offer works best. Here's your best performing audience. Here's your best performing creative. And then this way they leave with a campaign that either they can continue to manage on their own, or if they're ready to scale up and work with you one-on-one, they can continue to work with you one-on-one. But notice when I said lower price, we are still charging at least $1,000 to $2,000 for this 30-day offer. I started out charging $1,000. In our agency, we do this for $2,000. And again, it's a very simple, very manageable campaign, but also a very easy yes for your client because it also has a very specific end goal. So if you went and sold a couple of these just to get started as an ads manager, you could sell 2 or 3, make 2 or 3,000. You could sell 5, make 1,000. You could charge 2,000 and make even more. And one of the easiest ways to sell this is just to start reaching out to your network of people and think about people that you know that could be working again with your niche or with those clients. So this is again why, circling back to why it's so important to have that niche. So who do you know that works with the types of clients you want to work with? Maybe it is previous clients. Maybe it's copywriters. Copywriters have always been a huge source of referrals for us because obviously clients need copy. And then if they're writing copy for sales pages, those sales pages need to get seen. So copywriters are a great referral partner. Graphic designers, website designers, any other VAs, OBM, social media managers, anyone that is working with your ideal client. Who do you know? Because what we want to do is reach out and let them know, hey, I'm in business. And so you can grab a screenshot of this little breakdown. Of course, you can tweak this to change this, but the first step is just getting this offer out there and getting it in front of people and letting them know, hey, I am running ads for clients. This is a service that I offer. Do you know anyone that would be interested? So hey, I wanted to reach out because I'm launching a new business as an ads manager for, and then we want to be really specific, right? Really specific who this offer is for. So I did course creators. I know you work with a lot of course creators, and I've got a brand new offer I think will be the perfect fit. My offer will help course creators add 1,000 new subscribers in 30 days using Facebook ads. I'll handle the setup, testing, and optimizing for them. They just need to have the freebie. I've attached a PDF that breaks down everything. If you know anyone that would be interested and would like to pass it on, I also like to do referral fees. You don't have to, but I mentioned that here because I like to do a referral fee as a thank you. Please let me know if I can support you in any way. So see how this is very specific. So if you sent me this email and I'm a course creator, or I know course creators, and I think, okay, great. Yeah, either maybe, yes, I do know someone, or when someone does come by and say, hey, I need to start building my list. Like, do you know anyone that runs Facebook ads? I'll say, yes, actually, I do. So we are starting to put this out there so that people can either connect you with other people that they know, people that may be interested in this offer, but also just letting the world know what you do so people can find you and hire you. And then at the end of the 30 days, the client's happy, right? Which they will be. Hopefully the goal is that they will move on to a retainer rate with you. So this is where that monthly recurring revenue comes into place. So success strategy number 2 is to think about what this offer may look like. You could be just like a lead gen offer. Lead gen offers, building someone's list, is going to work for pretty much every niche out there, including e-com, because they need to be building their list too. So it's a really just like easy offer to start with. And like I said, pretty much any type of business out there, they need leads or they need to be growing their email list. So think about what your starter offer might look like based on who your ideal clients are and what that pricing may look like. Again, I recommend pricing these between $1,000 to $2,000 for your starter offer, because from there, they're going to move into our retainer rate, and we need to talk about what our retainer rates are going to look like. So I'm going to do some math. If you want to get out your calculator, don't worry, it's not going to be like complicated math, but we are going to do a little bit of math here. So why retainers? So one of the things I love about this business is retainers, and the fact that a client, no, Catherine, that does not include the ad spend. Anytime with ads management, ad spend is always going to be billed separately to the clients. So Facebook will bill the client directly. So anytime I'm talking about pricing related to starter offers or even retainer rates, it's going to be, that is what they are paying you. And then the ad spend will be billed separately through Facebook. Yep. And that's the way you want to do it. You don't want to like include ad spend. That can be a mess. So it will always be separate. So monthly retainers we love because clients stay with you long term. So if I sign a client this month at $2,000, next month they're going to pay me $2,000, and the month after that they're going to pay me $2,000, and hopefully ongoing. If I sign a client next month, now I've got 2 retainer clients, and that's 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. So it easily, you can see how this starts to build up, so that each month you can go into the month knowing that, okay, I've got 3 clients at $2,000 a piece. I've got $6,000 in income, right? It's going to be repeatable and scalable. So if you do want to grow a team, this is how you're going to be able to do it. And then it's just going to be less marketing and like hustling from client to client, again, because these clients are hopefully going to stay with you for a longer period of time. Our clients stay with us forever. We've had clients that we have worked with for years, like 5, 6, 7 years. Some of our clients have been with us, and every single month they are paying that retainer. Because what we want to avoid when we're doing our pricing, again, because I have made all of these mistakes, is creating new offers or packages for each clients, right? So we don't want to have like one client's on one package and this other client is getting something completely different. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be hard for you to keep up with. Custom proposals, we just have one. Well, we have our starter offer and then we have our retainer, and that is literally it. It's one starter offer that's like a one-time offer that someone can use once, and then it's retainer, right? We also don't want to add in extras just to justify your work, right? I'm also guilty of doing this in the past. I kept adding in extra stuff that I hated doing. We're not going to do that. And then we also just don't want to make up a price and hope it's right. We want to be really clear that we are pricing appropriately for the amount of work that we're doing and the value that we are bringing. We also want to make sure that you are getting paid. So just curious, what is the average hourly rate that an ads manager like should be charging, right? You can make a guess. You don't have to, but just kind of think about it. So the average hourly rate for ads managers is typically going to be between $150 an hour. This is like freelance kind of side of things. And then it goes up to $500 an hour. And that's kind of more like an agency. We're getting to like agency levels with like a small team. We don't want to charge hourly, but we're going to use this as a guide to help us figure out where we want to be, right? Because one of the biggest mistakes I made in my business was just making up prices and hoping and assuming that I was making like $100, $150 an hour. When I did the math, though, I was only making about $35 an hour, which explained why I was burned out and working with a lot of clients and not really able to like scale my business up past that. So let's look at your current revenue. Now, this can be, if you're not an ads manager yet, if you're like working in another way with clients or have a job or whatever that looks like, just work with those numbers for now. If you are an ads manager, you can kind of put in what you're working here and work with it that way. So it doesn't necessarily have to be ads management. The goal is that I just want you to see kind of what's possible. So monthly income, how much you make divided obviously by the hours you work. Now we need to think about not just client work, but like all of the time you spend in your business, because you need to get paid for that time as well. So when you're doing admin tasks or planning out social media posts or like whatever it is, doing research for clients, we want to make sure you're getting paid for that time. So monthly income divided by hours, that's going to be your current hourly rate. This is where you are currently. And like I said, a few years ago, mine was $35 an hour. But now we want to look at your new potential revenue and what this could look like. So I want you to think about how many hours you actually want to work in a week, in a month, right? And then we're going to multiply that by our new hourly rate to get your new monthly revenue. Now, we're kind of coming at this like from the other end, but you're going to see how we get to your retainer rate in just a second. So how many hours do you actually want to work in a week, in a month? Let's say I only want to work 20 hours, right? That's all the time I've got. I'm busy. I've got a kid. I don't have time. I don't want to work 40 hours a week. So I want to do 20 hours a week, and my new hourly rate is going to be $150 an hour. So that's $3,000 a week or $12,000 a month. Sounds great, right? So how do we get to that $12,000 a month? So now we've got to get our retainer rate. So we're going to take that monthly rate, and then we want to think about how many clients we actually want to work with. I'm guessing you don't want to work with like 15 or 20 clients. We want to work with a smaller number of clients, because then that's just less management. That's less back and forth with clients, and it's just going to make your life easier, right? So how many clients do you think you may want to work with? And I'm just going to recommend, I'll say like 6. I think 6 is a good number for ads managers. I think if you once we start getting up to like 8, 9, 10, that can be 10's kind of the most I would recommend working with. And this is just me. And that's definitely like kind of once I had more experience and kind of had all my systems and processes in place. But 6 would be a good number. So if I worked with 6 clients, that'd be $2,000 a month. That's my retainer rate that I should be charging every single month. So maybe my starter offer starts at $1,000 and my retainer rate is $2,000 a month, right? And again, this is just a guide. Most ads managers are going to be charging between $2,000 and $5,000 a month based off of their level of expertise and the experience that they have. But most clients, when they are going to go hire an ads manager, are expecting to pay at least $2,000 a month for an ads manager that has experience, that knows what they're doing, right? And your packages are going to include things like ad strategy, ad creative, targeting groups, obviously setting up the ads, testing, checking in on the ads, monthly reporting, and like monthly check-in calls. So pretty much any client that you work with, no matter the niche, it's going to have these elements involved, right? Now, the cool thing you're going to notice where it says $2,000 to $5,000 a month, it also says percentage of ad spend. And this is something that's very unique to ads management, because with ads management, we can set our retainer rate, right? $2,000 a month. Let's just say we're going with $2,000 a month. But what can happen is once our clients start to spend more on their ads, maybe it's $2,000 a month. And then once they go over 10K in ad spend, we start to charge an additional fee, which is a percentage of their ad spend. So if a client is spending 50K a month, 100K a month, we are getting a percentage of that ad spend that we are billing the client for as well, because as that account grows, as your clients start spending more and investing more in their Facebook ads, it's going to also be more work and management and creative for you. So you are able to grow and scale with your clients as they grow and scale too. So one of the things I love about this is that we've had clients that we have been able to scale up to 100K a month, 250K a month in ad spend, and we are able to grow with that business. We're not still just charging $2,000 a month. We're able to grow and scale with them as their business grows and scales. So your business can also grow without necessarily having to take on a bunch of new clients. So I love that this is like one of the things that we can do as ads manager. So your income will grow as you get your clients better results, because typically the more and the longer clients stay with you, usually they're going to start to spend more at some point. And so the longer they're with you, usually they're going to start spending more, or they're going to have periods of time where they do spend more, like launches or holidays, things like that. And so this allows you to grow with your client. So that initial $2,000 a month client may turn into a 4K a month client, or it may even turn into a bigger client than that, because you're getting them those results. So you've got this little worksheet where we break down the math. So spend some time, play with the numbers, play around with how many hours you want to work, play around with different hourly rates, play around with different numbers and levels of clients that you want to work with, until you find something that really feels good and fits into your life and your business the way that you want it to, because this is yours and you get to do this the way that you want. But just remember, those rates can grow and scale with you. So I just want to check in, because I know that pricing and rates and talking about that thing can bring up some things. So when I started and I heard for the first time that people were charging like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in ad spend, it absolutely blew my mind that agencies and ads managers were charging that much. And then as I started to get more experience and really felt into it more, I was like, oh, this absolutely makes sense, because there's a lot of work that goes into running these really powerful ad campaigns. And so we want to make sure that we are charging that much. How much do clients spend on ads if you're charging 1 to 2K? Your clients' budgets are going to vary. The biggest thing is that for whatever campaign you are running for your clients, that they have enough budget to actually reach those goals, right? All right. Now, I love these traits when they're like, okay, here's what you can charge. Here, go get 5 clients at $2,000 a month, go make some money. How are we actually going to get those clients? And how are we going to get those clients in a way that is sustainable, that doesn't involve you having to do a cold calling and cold messaging and spending half of your time marketing your business when you'd rather be doing other things? So I'm going to break down my simple do it once marketing funnel. Really, really easy. We're going to walk through what it is. So basically, there's going to be a couple ways you can find clients. Referral partners is going to be a great way, like we talked about with the starter offer. So if you already have people that you can connect with, that you can reach out to, referral partners are going to be great. And then eventually this network is going to grow, because then your clients are also going to become your referral partners, hopefully, because they'll start referring clients to you as well. We've also got things like Facebook groups. You can spend time in Facebook groups. I did that for a little while in the beginning, going through and answering questions and connecting and doing that whole thing. But hands down, the easiest way to jumpstart your business, to start to grow your business, is by growing your own list and using ads as a way to do it. And here's what I mean by this. So this is why I love building my list and running ads for it as an ads manager. One, it's going to do all the marketing for me. So I'm not having to post a million places and hope that someone reaches out, or hoping that someone sends me a message about running their ads. This is running all the time. It's doing the marketing for me. I'm not spending hours on social media because I'm not a social media person. It's just not my thing. We have a social media person that has done our social media for years, but before that, when it was just me, there was no social media presence because it's just not like my favorite thing to do. And it attracts these clients that will sign up for your 30-day offer or your retainer offer on autopilot. Now, the reason why this works, and I'm going to break down what this looks like, is it's going to solve a problem for my clients. And let's be honest, when it comes to Facebook ads, clients have a lot of questions. They're probably frustrated. They're overwhelmed with it. They've maybe have tried running ads before. So we want to solve that problem for a client. It's also a really great way to showcase your work. And the biggest part is that it's actually going to let clients know how to work with you. So what this actually is, it's a really simple 10-page PDF where I break down some of my best performing ads and I break down why they work, copy, images, how I use them, what I'm using them to promote, so that someone can download it, look at it and say, okay, cool, I may run something similar for one of my offers that's similar, right? Then I've got a follow-up sequence that's going to position me as the expert and then offer to work with those people. So I'm actually making an offer. Hey, if you want to work with us, here's how you book a call, right? And now I've got a list of potential clients to work with, because even if someone goes through this initial like sequence on my email list and they don't buy, that's okay because they are on my list. Maybe they've got a launch coming up in a few months. And when they're ready to launch, then they reach out. I also know that anytime that I have space in our business to bring on new clients, all I have to do is send out an email to my list and we will easily fill those spots. So this has given my business that financial security. It has given us the opportunity to grow. It has literally been the foundation of our entire business, and it still is. So as an ads manager, it's one of the number one things that I recommend you do is to start growing your own list with a freebie, with a lead magnet. It can literally be that simple. So here's just like a screenshot of what it looks like. And then again, there is a call to action here. And then we go right into an email sequence where we're actually telling people about what it's like to work with us. And I use ads to promote this because I'm an ads manager. And once I started promoting this with ads is when everything started to shift in my business. And I actually started to get clients because I was showing up in the newsfeed of people, of business owners. And because of that, they're like, hey, I do want to work with you, or I saw your ads. I really like the way they look. I think we've got a similar style and vibe. I want to hire you to do my ads. So as an ads manager, running your own ads is not only going to help you get clients, but it's also going to help you get some practice too. So if you are new and you feel like you need to get some practice, run your own Facebook ads. Like my ad account was my first place where I really kind of got to play around and test and see what was working. And I wasn't spending a lot on these ads. I was spending like $5, $10 a day. Back then it was like $5 a day. Now, you're probably going to need to spend more like $10 a day, but it works really well. And there's all kinds of things that you can create, freebies that you can create to promote. You can create like a targeting favorite like targeting toolkit or copy templates or image templates like in Canva. People love stuff like that. A checklist or a fix your ads checklist or an ad swipe file like I have. And the key is that this is going to be geared towards your specific clients. So like my ad swipe files specifically for course creators. So here are ads that I have ran to sell courses, right? And here are, or you could do like a get ad ready checklist for an e-com shop. Like here's everything you want to have ready before you launch those ads to sell more of your product. No, I email my list for all kinds of things. One of the main things would be clients. So, and I recommend if you are going to email your list to stay in touch with your list. Like, don't just show up out of the blue like, hey, I need clients, I'm going to send some emails. You can do that, but I would always send out content, even if it was just content or I was doing live webinars or workshops. But obviously I do have other offers other than just the ads management business. But yeah, you should absolutely stay in touch with your list, like build that relationship. The way that I did it is I did weekly webinars in the beginning when I was getting started as a way to create content for my list, but also as a way to get in front of my list. And so once people were on my list, I would invite them to a weekly webinar. And from there, I would ask them if they wanted to book a call. That was just the way that I did it. I go into all of this in a lot more detail in the actual ads manager school, but yeah, you'll want to actually, stay in touch with that list and make sure that like you're marketing to them. But my list is my number one asset, because I know that I can email out to my list whenever I have those open spaces. So it's really an investment in the future of my business. Or if I decide to create a new offer, or if you decide to sell something else, you still have a list of people you can sell to. And it doesn't require like a big investment on your end. You can do pretty much, there's free tools for literally everything else out there. This would be one of the only expenses in your business. And for me, I started at $5 a day. Now I think like $10 a day is probably more realistic, but that $10 a day is going to be worth it when you book a client for $1,000 or $2,000, right? And of course, you can still promote this organically if you want to, but I would just run ads, because then I can make sure I'm getting it in front of the right people. I can target the people that I want to target. I can get them on my list. And then I've got that list that I can build that relationship with. Yeah, when I say Facebook ads, it's Facebook and Instagram ads. They're both the same platform. So you can run them on both platforms through Facebook. So our last success strategy is going to be thinking about who would be some good referral partners for you that maybe you could start to reach out to. Are there some free Facebook groups that you want to join if you want to market in free Facebook groups organically? And then thinking about what that freebie checklist swipe file may look like for you, so you can start to build your own list. And it would be something specific to your ideal clients, right? All right. I know we've covered a lot, so I'm going to save some time for some questions here at the end. And again, you're going to get the replay. So if there's anything you need to go back and revisit, you're going to get the replay to this. But here's what I want you to know about starting your ad business. You don't need a lot of experience. You don't need any experience. You don't need testimonials and connections to actually get good clients. And you don't have to work 24/7. I think that ads managers and agencies, we get a bad rap. People assume that you're working like these crazy hours, but you don't have to do it that way. And you don't have to compete with all the bro marketers and bro agencies out there. There are a lot of people out there that don't want to work with agencies like that. So you can really build a business that you love and work with clients that you love. And so I want to tell you a little bit about Ads Manager School, because we just redid Ads Manager School. It's all brand new, 2023. The whole course has been completely redone, revamped. This is literally everything that I wish I had had when I started my business as an ads manager almost 9 years ago. So over 8 years, I've managed multiple seven figures, or I've made multiple seven figures from ads management, and we have stayed booked out. But I started with no experience, right? I didn't have any ad experience. I hadn't ran a bunch of ads at like a previous job or worked for an agency. I didn't really have any connections or testimonials. But I can teach you how to run ads and get paid well to do it, even if you're new, even if you don't have experience and you don't have testimonials. I'm going to show you how to create that simple, scalable six-figure offer that creates that recurring revenue in your business, how to run ads step by step for clients. I'm going to show you how to install the pixel. I'm going to show you how to get access to client accounts, like all of that good stuff, and then how to actually create that demand for your business so that clients find you, they want to work with you, and they pay you month after month without having to figure it out or create your whole business from scratch, which is what I did. So here's everything that you are going to get in Ads Manager School. So you're going to get the entire ad training library, and this ad training library is specific for ads managers. This is specifically for you, walking you through how to create strategy for clients. So coming at it from that perspective and things that you should be looking for and thinking about. And also, again, pixels and getting access to accounts and setting up all the campaigns, all the things step by step. We're going to show you how to create these packages and the entire experience and what this should look like for your high ticket clients so that they do pay you those retainer rates, but more importantly, that those clients are staying with you. Because what I find is a lot of people will put together these high ticket packages, but then the clients aren't staying with them. And this is why you've got to have this whole entire system and process in place. And this is where you will start to increase your retainer rates and people staying on with you long term. Of course, we're going to go through how to price and package your offers. I'm going to give you that entire 7-figure marketing strategy, including my entire lead gen funnel with the emails so that you can take it and tweak it and implement it in your own business. I also cover how to do sales calls. I don't really like my sales calls are not salesy. They're not pushy. There's no like icky sales tactics here. But the main thing that I cover is like some of the most common questions you are going to get asked on these calls and how to handle them. Like, can you guarantee I'm going to get results? And what kind of results are you going to get for me? And handle questions about like, you know, what kind of experience do you have when you are a new ads manager? So everything, all of my proven systems, templates, checklists. So you get campaign checklists, a weekly and monthly checklist of things that you should be doing for your client account. So it's literally all here. So you'll get instant access. Nothing gets stripped out. You don't have to wait on content because like I'm impatient. So you'll get instant access to the entire course. You're going to get that 7-figure lead gen funnel. You're going to get our data studio reporting template so you can send your clients the most beautiful reports. They are going to love them. These are also going to save you a lot of time. And they just like look gorgeous and clients are going to love them. Also just like makes you look like, you know, you've got that high level like agency experience too. You're going to get access to our ad vault, which is 1,000 ad templates in Canva that you can tweak and use for your client campaigns. Write your website copy template so you can get a one-page website up and running so you can start to get clients. Do your client email templates. This is just a bunch of emails that we use to send to clients when we're sending updates to clients, and also like kind of how we use email to handle common questions or issues that may come up with clients. Social media swipe file, email swipe file. So these are the emails and the posts that we use to sell our one-on-one spots. So you can see exactly how we are positioning and framing our offers. Then our entire onboarding process. I know onboarding like isn't that like exciting, but it's so important. And so this is really going to set you up for success. You want to make sure you have a really good first impression. And this is going to be one of the ways that that you can do that. Sales call script, 6-figure income calculator. But the best part is you're going to get 1 year of live support with me. So one of the big things that we heard is that people wanted more live support. And so what that looks like in Ads Manager School is we've got a combination of things. You're going to get 2 monthly Voxer hours with me. This is one-on-one. Voxer is an app. It's like a walkie-talkie app. It's very similar to like WhatsApp, but you can just send me a message and it can be text, it can be voice. And this way you can ask me your questions directly and we can have a conversation back and forth. So this way, if you don't have time to show up to a Zoom call, or if you just got questions that you don't feel comfortable asking in front of a group, you'll have a chance twice a month to send me those questions during Voxer hours. You're going to get a strategy session with Kashani, who is our amazing 7-figure. She's a copywriter and messaging expert. So she can help with your messaging and positioning and also with your clients. And then I do an ad workshop every month to keep you up to date on what's working, changes, things you need to know about. So Ads Manager School is $19.97. There is a payment plan available. I'll drop the link in here for y'all. The payment plan is there. If you pay in full, you do get a couple bonuses. There's our Launch to 6 course, and which just kind of goes more into depth into launching, and then 4 quarterly reviews. So you'll get a form that you get to fill out with all the details, and I can review things like your website, emails, marketing, messaging, anything that you want me to review. I will review those for you and send you a Loom video back. And then the last thing that we've added, another bonus, is we've got a full mini course on how to create and sell your first get paid mini offer. So that part that we walk through initially, or in like the second part of the webinar, I'm going to give you everything you need to create that get started mini offer. So you can just hop right in, dive into that course, create your first mini offer and start selling it. And then you've got all the other support and trainings that you need to fulfill that. So it's going to be everything you need, from like, you get a checklist, you've got swipe files, and then step-by-step how to set up those campaigns. So this way you can just go ahead and launch your first offer. And then from there, you can start to add on your other retainer offers and things like that. You've also got nothing to lose. So we've got a 7-day refund policy. So because you're getting instant access to everything, you can hop in, take a look at the course. If you look at it and say, hey, this actually isn't for me, this isn't the best fit, just send us an email. You're not gonna have to like show us your homework or anything like that. Just send us an email and we will issue a refund. No problem, right? So yeah, that's Ads Manager School. So of course you can figure this out on your own. I did. It just took me a long time to do it, right? My whole goal when I created Ads Manager School is that I wanted this to really save you a lot of time and energy and work, and really giving you everything in our agency that we use so you can launch your business, get further ahead, but more importantly, just feel confident knowing that you've got all these pieces in place, that you have a proven system and support from people that have already done it. So 1997, the link is there. You just got one new client, you're going to make your money back on it, right? All right, let's get to some questions. Yeah, you already have a copywriting business. Can you combine those two? Absolutely. We actually have a couple people in Ads Manager School that started out as with copywriting, a copywriting business or copywriting agency, and then they added on the ads management side, and actually works well because you're going to need copy for the ads. So you've got that both built in. Yeah, if you've got another business, if you are, I think, a copywriter, if you're a VA, if you're a social media manager, there are a lot of different types of businesses where you could just add on a launch manager, someone that builds funnels. Like, you could add this on because at some point your clients are probably going to need ads management, and then you can offer that to your clients as well. I'm so happy. Yeah, I feel like testimonials is one of the things that holds people back. I know it did me. I was like, well, I don't have any testimonials. Like, these people are managing like thousands of dollars in ad spend, and I'm managing like $0 in ad spend, and I don't have any testimonials. But it did not hold me back. Once I started to figure out, like, launching that 30-day starter offer was like one of the easiest ways for me to do that. Your thoughts on the travel niche? Do you see it as a niche to go after? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of niches, right? I think travel is like crazy right now, right? Like, people are booking trips left and right. So are you looking at travel, like helping I mean, because you could go into like e-com where people are selling like travel gear. You could support, there's like travel agents. So, I mean, within the travel agency, like, it's massive. And I just feel like, yeah, people are going crazy with travel right now, booking all kinds of stuff. So I think that the travel niche could be a really good niche. And also, I will just say about niches, y'all, if you're trying to decide or you're thinking it out, like, I tested out, there were a couple of niches. I was like, well, maybe I want to try real estate. And I tried it and I was like, this is not the right niche for me. We have other students in Ads Manager School that work with real estate agents and love it, but they have that like background and experience. So you may try niches and decide, okay, that's not for me. And that's okay. The goal is that we're working and we're moving towards finding that niche that is going to be the right fit for you. But yeah, I think travel could be a really good one. Do you need a website, business, LLC? How do we accept payments? So when you join Ads Manager School, I give you a whole business like agency starter kit and show you all of the things that you need. So depending on, but when it comes to things like business, like LLC, I would check with like your local business, because some people may need to have a business license, some people don't. We're a corporation, so I would chat with a lawyer just to make sure you've got those pieces in place. As far as like a website goes, I think you just need a really simple, like, 1-page website. You don't need anything big or crazy. We've got a copy template that you can use, but I do think it's nice to have. So when people click through, on your social media. Like they're going to want to read a little bit about you and know a little bit about you, but it can be really simple and there are free platforms you can launch. A website. Do you help build a social media presence for the business? No, so we just focus on the ad piece. Now that's kind of a bonus, is that typically when we run ads for clients, they see an uptick in their social media presence because people from the ads will click over and start following them on social media. But that's not like our goal. Typically our goal is to get them leads and sales, right? But it's a nice bonus, but it's not usually what we're focused on. The payment plan, if you hop over to the sales page, it is, I believe, $379. It's a 6-month payment plan at $379. So as far as the timeline and success rate with clients, so you're going to have lifetime access to the course. We have had people go through in as little as a weekend and launch their business. We have had other people that obviously take a little bit longer, or they come back and revisit it. So you get a 90-day plan when you sign up, but how fast or how slow you want to move through the course is really going to be up to you. I want everyone to, everyone's going to be on their own timeline. We all have our own kind of amount of time that we can spend and invest in this. So you can do it as fast or as slow as you want. So yeah, it's really going to be up to you and kind of how much work you put into it. Yeah, Chris, I think travel being a passion, like think about things that you're really interested in, like you have fun with. I think that's a great place to start when it comes to picking out niches. So, okay, Olivia, you have a lot of experience running ads. You worked at a digital agency, but all of your experience is in nonprofits. I feel like it's not a profitable niche. So any recommendations on how to pivot? Okay, to show previous work that was for the nonprofits. Yeah, I mean, you've got ad experience, which is great. So like you've got ad experience. And I think as long as you have their permission to use that, then absolutely you can transition that into a different niche. A lot of what you probably did for those nonprofits, it will probably apply to other niches. So it's not going to be like a huge like jump or like a huge learning curve for you, right? But yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely talk about what you did in that work and then just use that as a transition to whatever that new niche is, right? There's going to be a lot of the same. Yeah, of course. What other questions do y'all have? Or did I miss anyone's questions? Facebook and Instagram. Answer the list. Yeah, and as far as budget, I know I kind of answered that briefly. Client budget is going to be a big thing. We'll talk a lot about this in Ads Manager School and how to make sure your clients have enough budget to be successful with ads, right? So you will have clients that have budgets kind of all over the place, but really one of the big things is going to be making sure that when you take on a client, they have enough budget to hit those goals, and managing their expectations based off of what their budget is, which is going to be a big part of what we do. Ashley, if you want to, you can just send us an email, hello@sociallabmarketing.com. There's also, you can check out the sales page. Yeah, so that question, we just talked about how long does it usually take for your students to get a client? And like I said, it really depends on you and how much time you have to devote. So you get instant access to everything. So you can go through at your own pace. We've had people that have gone through and launched their business in a weekend and got a client. And then we've had other people that have taken longer because, you know, they just have other things going on. And so it takes them a little bit longer to get their business up and going. So we give you a 90-day plan. But yeah, it's really going to be up to you, but we give you all the tools, all the resources, everything you need to do that and make that happen. All right. Any other questions? And here is our hello@sociallabmarketing.com. If you have questions, you can email us there. If anything else comes up, or if you're catching the replay of this, you can message us there. All right, well, let's see, what time is it? A little over. Any other questions you want to ask before we hop off? Of course, Jessica. Thank you all so much for coming. I know how busy everyone's schedule is, and I know it's also like summer, which is, kind of a crazy time for a lot of people too. So yeah, I will also just say, y'all, now is a good time because a lot of people are also getting ready for launch season. So if you're thinking about working with course creators, we're going into like a really busy season for that. So all the launches coming up. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Keep an eye on your inbox. I'm going to send you all the replays so you can check this out. And this one, yes, of course. And yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing some of y'all in Ads Manager School. All right. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.